It's still unclear exactly what happened. Her family left to grieve and cancel the wedding. Calling vendors one by one, offered a full refund from all except one, the Palace. Lisa reaching out for clarification.
And I said, well, I just wanted to know if there was going to be a refund forthcoming to him for the venue. I know that she had paid quite a bit.
Michaela had paid around $4,000 to date. After consideration, the venue offered only half back in a text.
And at that point, I was like, but all he's done is all that's been done is her name's been put on the date. So I didn't think half was really fair. So I said, can you have the owner call me so that I can talk to him?
Lisa says her conversation with the owner was heated on both sides. Palace management claiming they couldn't just give the money back, as Michaela was the only one who signed the contract. But Lisa says Michaela used a card on a joint account with her fiancé. The account is still active, and it's Josh who everyone agrees should receive those funds.
Hello everyone, it's Sister Roland, and all I need is a few minutes to talk about that clip that you just heard earlier about this controversy concerning the family of Michaela Grundy and the Palace Event Center in Reno, Oklahoma. So it was my daughter that made me aware of the situation, and unfortunately this young lady was supposed to get married in October of this year, but she passed away in May due to complications, maybe health complications. But she's no longer here. And even though you're going to get married in October, of course, some places you have to start planning and putting deposits 6 months, a year in before the wedding is due. So, like the mother was saying, when she passed away, so they had to cancel the wedding, of course, because it couldn't happen anymore. And then she reached out to all the vendors, and everybody gave her a refund except for the Palace Center, which is not the same thing, because I'm sure the other vendors that gave back refunds were flowers, probably catering, cake, maybe clothing. So it's not the same thing as a venue. The venue would be different, because the mom was like, oh, she thought that they just put her name on a date. It's not only that. It's not only putting your name on a date. It's also refusing other business, other people blocking out that date, other people that may have wanted that date. They couldn't get that date because it was reserved for your daughter, and then she put the deposit on it. And this place not only does weddings, they do sweet 16, bar mitzvah, whatever. So, and it's a very beautiful place. I mean, the pictures are beautiful. So Michaela had taste. That's one thing I can say. I see why she picked this place. It's a very, very, very beautiful venue. I mean, top of the line. And for these people to go and put all these bad reviews, bad comments, you're going to go and look at the comments on these people Facebook page. Do you know how hard it is to start a business and for the business to actually take off? You know how much people have venues, to start businesses that don't take off? And I never once heard the mom said that, you guys stop condemning the people that are leaving bad reviews. Never once did I hear it. Maybe she said it in another interview, but she didn't say it when I heard it. So we're going to look at the Facebook comments, because they don't even have reviews anymore. I think they removed that part, because when you have a Facebook page as a business, people could leave reviews for it. So obviously people were leaving bad reviews for them, so they removed that part. So this is the Facebook page of the Palace Event Center, and as you can see, you already see the angry emojis. Next to the likes, some likes that was already there probably. And let's look at some of these comments, because they don't have the review section. People demanding refunds. Team refund. This is all people demanding refund. Is everything photography? You just trying to get some free traffic. All of this. talking about being a decent company and give that. Yeah, they offered, actually. Let's see. Refund Michaela's family. Karma will come back strong. Your reputation will be run into the mud. Is run into the mud for being greedy and evil. And then this person just copied and pasted. So everybody demanding a refund. So you saw all the comments that was left on this company's Facebook page. And basically, in my opinion, what happened here is the mother, of course, she reached out to all the other vendors. They gave her a full refund, but the Palace Center did not. They were willing to give half. They were willing to give half, if I didn't say that before. But of course, they wasn't able to give the whole thing because they lost money from, booking, cutting off that date. And since a lot of people now, since they can't get their way, what do? They run to the news, they run to the newspaper, they run to social media, in a sense to bully certain people into getting with their way, because we have a lot of entitled people. I mean, why not take half the money? And of course, that's probably why the company had to get a lawyer. And then now the lawyer, they're asking for somebody to for an heir to her estate, which she doesn't have because she was 28. She wasn't even married yet. She doesn't have any children, and she didn't have a will. So now you're making it more difficult. Whereas you should have just take the $2,000, sit down and eat your food. Now it's becoming more difficult because now you blasted this company, for $4,000? Yeah, you can bully them maybe after all this bad press. Maybe they give in and then they give you the $4,000. But the company, you guys still gonna have these bad reviews. Whenever they look into your company, this is probably gonna follow your company. So this could have been easily resolved. I mean, they didn't have to give you all of the money. They don't have to. Probably it's against their policy, but they were willing to give half. And they were willing to give half before all this bad press. It's not like after she went to the media or whatever, after she put it on for social media, and then they offered, I believe they offered it way before, say, we won't be able to give you the whole $4,000, we'll give you $2,000. The mother said no, she thought that was not, that wasn't good enough, because all they did was put her name on a date, and then she opted, the thing escalated where it didn't have to. You could have just got the $2,000. Now you may be out of money, because since they asked for her to have an heir, they may have to go to probate court where they have to pay way money. Why it had to go to all this? It didn't. It did not have to reach all, and it's egos on both sides. Egos on the owner and on the mother's side. So now the thing escalated. Money is being spent which didn't have to be spent. Just take the $2,000, because at the end of the day, had this young lady, what if she had passed away after the wedding, like the day of or the day after? Then what would you have done? So this doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense at all. So hopefully this company is able to bounce back from all this bad press, because it's a very, very beautiful venue. I mean, I wish they had something like that in Florida. They probably do. But it's a very beautiful venue. But for this company to receive all those reviews and comments, and it's unwarranted. It didn't have to be. And they offered you the money, you should just take it. I mean, why think, oh, you entitled to more? You're not entitled to more. If this is their policy, if this is what was in the contract, this is what they're willing to offer, why not take it? Why escalate it to this, where it has to be, reputations are being ruined? Come on, it don't make no sense. Anyway, that's all I had to say on this situation. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.